All right, we are ready for our final press conference of the day. This one features Howard University. They are the number 16 seed. They advanced with a win last night over UIW in a first four meeting. They have the 2 o'clock game on Friday afternoon against the number 1 overall seed, South Carolina. The game will be televised on ESPN. Joined tonight by head coach Ty Grace, student athletes Ayanna Warren and Brooklyn Fort Davis. Coach, if you would please make an opening statement.
Sure. First, I want to say thank you for having us here again. It's good to be back here the next day. I want to also give a shout out to Incarnate Word on a great game yesterday. They played well coached, great sportsmanship. So shout out to them. And I just want to thank everybody again for all the support we've received so far since we've been here. The Howard community, everyone that's been here at the tournament, and we just are still happy to still be dancing.
With that, we'll open it up for questions just for the student athletes at this time. If you would raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. Joe, go ahead and take the first one.
For both of you, what have the last 24 hours been like to go from pregame prep, playing that game, the first ever, first 4 game, and now you got to get ready for number 1 overall seed?
Ayanna, why don't you take that first?
It's been amazing. Like we said before, we just try to take it all in, but not for too long. Like you said, we have a big game coming up tomorrow, so we enjoy the moment, we embrace it, but now it's back to business today during practice.
Brooklyn?
I agree. It's exactly like that. We have to enjoy it while we can, but we also have to stay focused because tomorrow is a big day.
Go here in front.
For either of you, obviously South Carolina does everything well with their record and their seed, but is there any one thing that really stands out when you put in the tape and start kind of prepping for tomorrow? Can you even narrow it down?
Brooklyn, why don't you go first with that one?
We definitely have to play tough. They're a tough team. They have a lot of good players, but so do we. So we just have to be able to compete and be tough.
Let's go back to the other side of the room.
Hi again. Ayanna, I know we spoke on Tuesday, and we were talking about, the South Carolina program and how appreciative everybody is of it and all the responses there. And now they're your opponent. Now, I guess, is there a mindset change? Both of you guys feel free to answer.
The mindset still stays the same. They're still the great team that they were 2 days ago when we talked, but now it's more of a competitive mindset. Like Brooklyn said, we have to go in, and we have great players too. They have great players, so we have to go in with the mindset that we're here to compete and we're here for a reason.
We respect the program. We respect, we're grateful for the opportunity to be able to play on their court, but we do have to come ready to play. It's almost like we can acknowledge their greatness, but we have to put that aside for the game.
Jeffrey?
Hate to sound like one of your college professors, but I'm interested in having one or both of y'all compare and contrast your trip down here to play in Columbia versus your trip when you went to Orangeburg in January to play at South Carolina State. Getting down here, plane, hotel. What is it like between the two of them?
Brooklyn, you want to go first?
It's very different. Like I said yesterday, we feel like superstars. The plane ride was nice. It was just us on the plane. It's very different, though.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Like you said, coming down here on a plane just for ourselves compared to flying with other people a few months ago coming down to play South Carolina State. But regardless, we came to play basketball. So the end goal is the same, to get a win.
Joe?
Ayanna, for you specifically, you're initiating the offense, you're the point guard. What do you feel is the X factor going into tomorrow? What do you hope to kind of find success leading your offense?
Our team, we do best when we're out running a gun in transition. So that's a main goal tomorrow, to kind of play our tempo and play our game, but we do best in transition. So we're going to try to push the ball as much as we can.
How do you prepare for the number 1 team in the country in one day, and can you?
Go ahead, Ayanna.
Honestly, we talking about numbers right now, but honestly, we have to do it like we've been doing all year. Like we said before on Tuesday, we play back-to-back Saturdays and Mondays, so it's something that we've been used to. We got to cram in the scout. Our coaches do a great job of the scout and the film and prepping us, and it's upon us to kind of take it and lock in and focus on it. So we're here, and we have to do it. So.
Brooklyn?
Everything she said, our coaches do a great job of preparing the scout overnight, and we're going to practice, get some work in a day. Honestly, it's a mental game. We can't play this game like we're scared. Yes, they're the number 1 seed, but we have to play the game like they're just any other team.
Exactly.
Joe?
Brooklyn, for you specifically. I mean, being able to go through last night almost as kind of getting those first game jitters, so to speak, out of the way to get ready for tomorrow. How much did that help you prepare physically, just learning the arena, getting you locked in mentally? What did that do to kind of get you ready for tomorrow night?
I feel more comfortable tomorrow. I missed a couple shots yesterday, but I do feel a little bit more comfortable. I think I found my rhythm late in the fourth quarter yesterday, so I'm prepared.
Ayanna?
Like she said, yesterday's game kind of helped us get a feel for the balls, the courts, the rims. As you all know, the first half, our shots were not falling, but towards that third and fourth quarter, we kind of found our rhythm, and we found our touch around the rim, so we're going to carry that into the game tomorrow.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
Sorry, just one more. So obviously tomorrow afternoon is going to be a lot more packed than it was yesterday, I guess. Is there a certain approach to that? Do you try to absorb some of the Gamecock fans' energy, or how does that work?
Ayanna?
Like you said, it's going to be packed, it's going to be loud, but we have to focus on everybody that's going to be in the Howard jerseys tomorrow, from our coaches all the way down to the supporting staff. So we just have to make sure we lock in, and to a certain extent, we got to kind of drown out the noise, because we have to make sure we stay focused and we stay locked in.
Brooklyn?
Playing at a HBCU, there's always the band, the cheerleaders, the atmosphere is always loud. So we're used to playing with a lot of noise. But I definitely think that we need to lock in on the Howard voices, because I know the fans will be loud and screaming. But like Yanni said, we just need to, tune in with our game.
Let's go here in front.
Question for Brooklyn on you had, I think, 16 rebounds last night. You're going head-to-head with Aaliyah Boston tomorrow. Does that matchup kind of excite you, getting to take on one of the best rebounders in the country?
Yes, I'm very excited. I had the chance to play against her when we were younger in the AAU circuit, so it wouldn't be my first time playing against her, and I'm excited to be able to play against one of the best.
Anything else from the floor? If not, we do have Chantel Powell on Zoom. Chantel?
Excuse me. Just what's one thing, I know it's a really quick turnaround, but what's one thing you guys kind of saw from last night that you want to adjust and do better in this next game?
Brooklyn?
I definitely think that we need to execute better early on so we don't have to play catch up later on in the game.
Ayanna?
I don't know if it's really something you can adjust, but like I said about the finding our touch around the rim, it really helped in that third and fourth quarter when we kind of settled down, like the jitters were gone. We finally started playing our basketball, and we started making the shots that we usually always take. So just keeping that same rhythm going into the game tomorrow.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Seeing none, y'all can go. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll open up now for questions for Coach Grace. If you would raise your hand. Go ahead, right there in front. Go ahead.
Same question I asked the players. How do you prepare in one day for this type of team, this type of caliber, and is it even possible to completely prepare for this type of team?
Yeah, it is possible, and like the player said, we try to teach them that, there is a preparation process, and it doesn't always happen in the timeline that you would like. Sometimes it is very quick, and we try to do our best to get them ready. They do their job by coming to the floor ready to play, and we do our job by giving them the information that they need to try to execute the game plan. So, yes, it is quick, but like they told you, we've had quick turnarounds. Even during the COVID year, we had to play Saturday and Sunday because we weren't allowed to travel the way we had used to before, so they got used to it in that time frame too. So I think it's something that's not going to really affect them because they're going to get the information, they're going to get the game plan, and then they just got to go out and execute. So you can never try to have too much preparation, but I think we'll be okay.
Go here in front.
Your team struggled quite a bit, especially in the first half last night. Do you think kind of playing through that adversity and then overcoming it in the fourth quarter is something that kind of helps you going into tomorrow?
Absolutely. Hopefully we've gotten that out because I'm hoping that those shots that we missed in the first half are going in the first half tomorrow at 2 o'clock. But yeah, we've been able to come through in the second half. Sometimes they call us a second half team. But it's part of the game. You miss shots, you make shots. I always tell my team your next shot is your best shot, and you just keep shooting the ball. You keep, you don't quit. You keep trying. So hopefully tomorrow, obviously, we want the ball to be going in our favor.
Joe.
Stylistically, it seems like both you and South Carolina are very similar. You like to get the ball in open court, turn it over, get those long rebounds, get out and run. How do you make sure that you were able to kind of assert that style on your end and try to prevent South Carolina from getting out there?
Hopefully it'll be fun to watch, but we want it to be in our favor. Obviously, we want to make sure we value those possessions. We don't want to be playing so fast that we're turning over. We want to make sure that we're getting good shots at the basket, and same thing, containing them defensively. So we know the way they want to play, and I know they know the way we want to play. We're hoping that we can just contain it in a way that is fun to watch. We're not throwing the ball all over the gym. We're still rebounding, we're still running, and we're still taking good shots. So hopefully everybody will be settled down, and it'll be a great game to watch.
Jeffrey?
How do you approach the mental aspect of tomorrow? I mean, do you have to give your players confidence that they can play and defeat a number 1 seed, or does that kind of come naturally from themselves?
I think it comes from themselves. When I talk to them about approaching anybody who we feel like, we're not going to have an opportunity. We know what the opportunity is. It's just to go out and play and compete. I don't think about number 1 seeds. And obviously that's on paper. We know what that is. It's not a question of how great South Carolina is. I know how good they are. But I also know that these kids, they want to play. They came to Howard to play and compete for championships. They came to make the NCAA tournament, and now they're here. So I don't think there's going to be fear there. I think it's a matter of numbers, like you said, how the game goes, but they're not going to come out and be in awe and shock. They respect this team. I respect this program and Dawn Staley, but I just want them to come out and play and compete, and I think they're going to very well do that.
Joe?
Players aside, team aside, how have the last 16 hours for you as a coaching staff been to go from celebrating the win and kind of enjoying that moment, but immediately having to get back to game prep and ready to go for such a short turnaround?
It's been fine. I say to everyone, I have an amazing staff. They do a great job. They make me a better coach. So, we meet, we talk, we laugh, we joke. We just try to make things go as smooth as possible. We try to talk about game plans and things of that nature. But we also know it's bigger than basketball. We know that this, you're going to have an opportunity to do things beyond this. And this is just a part of it that makes life so sweet. And, we just try to enjoy these moments together. And we plan and we get ready. We talk to the team. We talk to each other. And then we go about and do the normal things that we do. So I'm just enjoying. I'm happy that my staff is able to be on this platform, too. And they've been great in terms of getting the players ready, getting me ready, keeping me settled, not having me worried about anything. It's just been really good.
Go ahead.
I know we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, knowing that you had potentially the opportunity to go up against Dawn Staley, but now you actually are. And I guess, do you want to just expand on that, what it means to be going up against Dawn Staley?
I mean, like I told everyone, yes, I've been a Dawn Staley fan for a long time, and now, we're colleagues in terms of, being head coaches at two D1 universities. So, I have the utmost respect for her. She represents, women's basketball on the highest level, and, I can't thank her enough for all she's done for the sport. What she done for me personally, how I admire her and how inspiring she is. And, I'm just excited for this opportunity. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. Obviously, everybody's talking about it, and I'm just happy for the moment. I hope she is too.
Go here in front.
This is going to be a national telecast tomorrow on ESPN. What does having your brand and your program in front of an audience like that kind of do for you in the future, whether that's just recruiting or as a program in general?
It means everything. I mean, to be able to have this university be on this kind of stage, it means so much for the university, so much for these players, for people to really know who they are, to not have this stigma or this thought about what they think HBCUs are, what they think Howard is. It's one of the great institutions in the country with some of the best student athletes, the best students in the country. So I couldn't be more proud. I'm glad that they really get to see who we are, and I hope they continue to see it tomorrow.
Joe?
Could you speak a little more on Ayanna and how important her role is going to be tomorrow to make sure that she gets her teammates in the right places, is able to get the offense going? Obviously, South Carolina can throw a lot of different looks with a lot of different personnel, a very deep bench. But how important is she going to be to the team's success and finding comfort early?
It's going to be very important. She's like the heart and soul of our team. I mean, you saw her struggle a little bit in the beginning of that game, just trying to get settled. But then you've seen her come and take over and score 6 or 8 straight points. So, I know her contribution is going to be heavy in how we play tomorrow. We kind of go off of how she goes. And I just wanted to settle down and enjoy. And, our team trusts her. They know that at some point that she's going to get us to where we need to be. And I trust her, too. I believe in her wholeheartedly. And I know she gives everything she needs to give to this program. And I couldn't ask for a better point guard.
One more from the floor. Go ahead.
What do you think your team's biggest strength is headed into this matchup?
I think defense has been one of the biggest things. You know, rebounding. Obviously, we haven't scored the ball as good as I've wanted to, but I think we've defended at a really good level, and just being able to scout teams and kind of take away their strengths when we needed to. So I think that's going to be one of the things. But I know, you know, South Carolina has a high scoring power offense, so that's something I know they're gonna find shots. They're gonna find shots. We're gonna get beat off the dribble. They're gonna get offensive rebounds, but we're gonna stay solid. We're gonna try to take away things that they like to do, and then we'll see what happens.
Anything else from the floor? If not, we have Steve Barelli from USA Today on Zoom. Steve?
Hi. Hi, Coach.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Just one more about Coach Staley. You know, you talked a little bit the other night about how she sent you and other Black women's coaches a piece of her championship net. Can you talk a little bit more about what that meant to you personally, and how it kind of gave you hope and motivation, you know, that she's behind you and believes in you? And then I also wanted to ask you, have you had a chance to talk to her this week, and what that conversation was like?
Like I said earlier in the week, it was a great feeling to receive that net. And obviously, I've always felt supported by other Black coaches, basketball coaches, and just to receive that net was just a tangible thing. You know, it was just something that you could have as a reminder, and it was a great reminder because I appreciated Dawn thinking of us like that, and you know, her wanting us to be as successful as she is, and wanting us to aspire and be, you know, at the toppest level of our careers. And you know, I just couldn't have asked for anything else. Like, that's something that you just kind of carry with you throughout as a memory, and as you go through things like this, being in a tournament, it just kind of reminds you of how you can achieve anything. You can be on the top of the world and, you know, win and advance and all of those things. So I'm just thankful for that. And I did get to see her in the hallway, and, you know, we just kind of said hi because our teams were passing by, and we were looking up as they were walking by. But, you know, she just said she was glad to have us here, and she was happy for me. And, you know, she wished me luck, and she said, I'll see you on Friday. And, you know, we just hugged and talked a little bit longer. So it was great. You know, we just have a really mutual respect for one another, and she's amazing. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity.
Anything else for Coach? Looks like we're clear. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.